Telling DG that I need to buy a 3D printer.
And the first thing that came to my mind is Steve is printing something that is called the Einstein's equation of E equals to MC squared.
Look at the product, read the reviews, what are other customers that have bought these products saying about it.
A very interesting thing that I've liked about Jumia is localizing our context and understanding the markets in which we operate. For example,
Jumia has made itself predictable and a trusted partner. We're trying to tell our customers that, hey, you have ordered for your item. I'm not going to promise you that I'll deliver it in 2 days. I will promise you that I'll deliver it in 4 days and I will be there in 4 days.
Government is requesting for a, it's not a question, they're requesting for a campus park. What are we going to do for the campuses?
We always run a back to school campaign twice in a year. Entire reasoning behind that campaign is to support the students, is to support the parents. So what we do,
To ask that question, what do we have to say to our customers who had a very bad experience at the start?
Yeah.
Steve explained the process. My only humble request, please come back. We won't disappoint you.
Give us a chance.
All right, good people, welcome back to today's episode of Check Out Chat with Jumia. So I have a very interesting panel here. I'll introduce them. You know Maria, we had a chat with her the last episode. We have Melia Hope here. We have Kefa. We have Steve Lamoni here and DG. All right, so before we go into details, this is a very interesting panel. The people I have here are what we call the EXCO of Jumia. So they will tell us what they do. I'll start with Maria.
Hi everybody, Maria Katumba is my name and I am the Chief Marketing Officer at Jumia Uganda, meaning I lead the marketing department.
Wonderful. So, Maria, before we go on, are you excited? Are you happy?
Extremely excited. I'm happy to be back.
Happy to be back.
Yeah.
It's
Wonderful.
episode 2 for you already, huh?
You know,
Uh-huh.
I mean, my first episode did very well. So I'm happy.
Kefa.
Hi everyone, my name is Kefa Henia, CFO,
What is that?
Chief Finance Officer. I lead the finance department.
Kefa, what was your first role in Jumia?
My first role in Jumia was FP&A, Financial Planning Analyst. I was in charge of budgeting, or what normally people call forecast, looking at the business into the future. Yeah.
Basically, you were the AI before AI came. Wonderful. We got
my
to
God.
Hope Amelia.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Hope Amelia. I am the Chief Supply Chain Officer of Jumia Uganda. I oversee the supply chain department.
All right, wonderful. On this side, I have two wonderful gentlemen. I have Steve Lamoni. Steve, everyone knows what you do.
I don't know if everyone knows what I do.
Here on the table, we know what you do.
Yeah,
But
but
outside there,
yeah.
what do you do?
My name is Steve Lamonia and very happy to be here. I'm the fun guy. That's why you see the guys are really excited. I can see Maria really believes that. But great. So I lead the team at Jumia Uganda. I think this is a great opportunity and a great initiative for us to just have an interaction so you know what happens at Jumia. I mean, out there, you know us as the e-commerce platform that delivers joy and happiness to you. In here, this is a team that makes everything work, and I'm very proud to work with them.
So guys out there, this is our warehouse. Might be like, why are we shooting in an environment which is like this? But this is our warehouse. It is business as usual. So, life goes on. So, Steve, what was that moment when you realized I'm not, a manager anymore? I am now leading. I'm actually running the whole department, not running the whole, company.
I don't think it comes as an aha moment. You sort of settle into it, and then over time you realize because of the nature of your responsibilities. But I'll just start off with, my journey. So I moved on from as an analyst when I joined Jumia. I then moved on to work and lead within the commercial team, and that was, I'd say, my first elevation into a very big responsibility. And I came from a background of very traditional and where things moved within a very structured environment. And when I came to Jumia, I mean, Jumia is very casual. I mean, today I'm not wearing very casual clothes, but it was a very casual environment, both in terms of dressing and in terms of the work culture at the time. So I knew that from my previous background, your effort, your input could be very specific and measurable. And of course, I thought that as I could carry a lot of weight. So when I elevated into this responsibility, not directly, I'm leading the team at the time. I already struggled with. I expected that people should be moving at a certain level, moving at a certain pace, and I had to just get into it and start to learn that we are all at different levels. But what stands out at the end of the day is the attitude, of course, the ability of someone, and then also investing yourself to learn. So I also started to learn that you need a team, you need to work with a team, you need to appreciate the inputs of the people that you work with. Sometimes, of course, you're going to slack when things are a bit frustrating. But the important thing being that you keep learning and you keep improving as a leader. And you have to be very intentional about that.
Super, super, super good. So, DG, I come over to you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. And hello, everyone here.
Hi.
So, yeah, DG makes everyone's life easier while calling out my name. My name is Dipayan. My family name is Gupta. So, in short, DG, that's easy for you to remember. I'm the newest born in Jumia, I would say. Been 2 months, but feels like close to 2 years. I think that's the beauty of the business.
Some of us are dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think I'm working with everyone here who has been here for a very long time, and I work as a chief commercial officer, and which is essentially working on the business side of the company here, trying to build the deals and trying to build the offers for everyone who is live right now and for everyone just next to me, in terms of what excites you in terms of shopping with us, right? Uh, and I think, yeah, I think that's for my introduction. Been in Uganda for about close to 2 years now, pretty much settled in the country.
What's
I'm-
Uganda name?
I don't know.
Tongole.
Okay, I think this is one of my friend also has that Katongole, AKA, right? Yeah.
So, DG, if we are to go back the first week, let's, the first week, if we will take you back the first week in Jumia, what advice would you give yourself? You've been here for 2 months, right? So, if you rolled back the time and, it was week one, what advice would you give yourself?
Take a step back. Don't rush into things. You have your time, and I think that's the only thing that comes to my mind. Um, when you are working in an e-commerce environment, I think you expect chaos, right? And not chaos because you are not systematically approaching things, but that's the nature of the business globally. And I have had experience in working in this kind of a setup earlier, but the dynamics are very different when you work in a very different country, different trade circumstances in front of you, and obviously we were coming out of a global crisis, and I think firefighting is not the way of doing things. It will always come. I think just take a step back, observe more. And just because I had some existence with Jumia in a very different capacity and on the other side, I thought probably I could jump into things much faster. But yeah, I realized it pretty much before the damage was done. So yeah, I think that's it.
So, on our last episode we had with Maria, people said our our treasure hunts are a hoax. They are not there. So, I have the team here. We need to
Yeah.
assure people that actually things are there. So, Maria, no, Steve, treasure hunt.
So why are you starting with me on the treasure hunt? I think we should start with the phone holders. There were a few of those on treasure hunt.
People called me and Maria liars.
That would be interesting.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's so strong.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely not liars as a platform, and we take our integrity very seriously. So we bring out these initiatives because we know that customers are interested in coming onto Jumia to get the best offers. By the way, I think we can also boldly say that whatever you're looking for, whether it's a television, a phone, around the country, 95% of the time you're going to get the best offer on Jumia. So what we do with the flash sale offers is that we brought up this initiative where we talk to some of our suppliers and we request them to pass on very aggressively discounted products to our customers. And they give us, of course, sometimes because of the nature of the discount. For example, if I had a phone at, let's say, 350,000 shillings, and the supplier is able to pass on a discount to me and say, push it to the final consumer at, say, 20,000 shillings, they're not able to give us so many pieces of this product. So what we are very clear with in our advertising is to tell the customers that this is limited stock, so we just have a few pieces and it's first come, first serve basis. So whoever comes onto the platform and is able to get it will be able to take it. Now, we've also, I think, gone ahead. Of course, once we have the winners, it's important that, we clarify that these winners cannot be from, our internal organization. So they cannot be staff or people affiliated with our staff. And anytime where we find that maybe the rules of the flash sales are being breached, we'll definitely cancel. We'll cancel the order. But yes, definitely these items are real. They're heavily discounted. We get them with a lot of support from our partners. And we'll continue to bring very interesting initiatives. And besides the flash sales, the offers that we have are also very, very heavily discounted.
So guys, the treasure hunts are real. We're not, running games on you. Kefa, the man with the money. Tell the people. Treasure hunts, are they real?
Like, of course, they're real. We take time to invest in the business. And like Steve has said, integrity is key for our business. Because when I look at e-commerce business and we talk about last mile, it's never a logistic problem, but trust problem, especially in Africa. So when we have a treasure hunt that does not exist, we are confirming the fears that people have out there about e-commerce. So for us, we take it very seriously.
Speaking of trust, people say that, Jumia sells, fake items, Jumia does this. We need to really explain to people. So this is where I come to DG, right? We need to explain to people what is Jumia. People need to understand what is Jumia, first of all.
Yeah, I think to my context, and probably I would ask my fellow panel members also to kind of pitch into it. I think it is about the time that you spend in the market and build trust over time. You cannot, it is not something that can be built overnight. And yes, I'm sure when Jumia started 14 years back, the kind of challenges that Jumia may have faced versus where we are right now are very, very different. So what goes in to ensure that is essentially the credibility of the suppliers and the products that generally work with Jumia and are being sold in Jumia. Our teams are very passionate about getting the right set of people who will sell with Jumia.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there is a very strong quality control mechanism that is managed by the supply chain team, right? And we ensure that these quality checks are being monitored and being managed in a way that it doesn't really impact the customer experience, right? And I think at the end of the day, trust is built over time, right? And yes, there can be challenges, there can be issues, there can be concerns. And that's why for us, a feedback from a customer is very, very critical. And I think that's where when I talk about commercial, it is not a commercial success. It is a supply chain, commercial, CX, marketing, everyone, right? And also how we communicate what we communicate and are we able to honor that part of this, right? So communication of prices, deals, what customers see here, are they able to get the same when they come to the platform? Are they receiving the same products when they come to the platform? If there is an issue, are we able to resolve those issues on time and in the context of the customers? And also ensure that we make those changes and give customers a better experience every single time that they come on board and shop with us. Because what we look at is a customer not coming for once, but continue to shop with us and have a very big lifetime value with us so that we can keep honoring the promises and they keep honoring us and help us improve day to day.
So Hope, we know Jumia is a marketplace, right? So we are coming from where DG is coming from. So let's talk about, what we do in case we have quality issues. How do we handle that? Because, we are coming from an angle where customers are saying, I bought a TV on Jumia and in 2 months it died. So from that angle, you've been in TS before, so let's talk from that angle.
Okay, I'm going to take it up in two angles. So, when a customer orders for an item, let's say a marketplace item. A marketplace item is where vendors in the marketplace drop off these items at vendor drop-off centers. Then us as Jumia consolidate these items, bring them to the sorting center, and then deliver them to various pickup points across the country. So when we deliver these items and a customer picks up this item, and after 2 months, or after 2 months, the item maybe gets an issue. So what we normally do, we refer the customer to the service center, because according to our terms and condition, if you have an item for more than 7 days, it's a bit difficult for you to return it. However, we have an after-sales service that we offer at Jumia. So you contact us, we will be able to direct you to the vendor or the service centers for those vendors in Kampala, and then they'll be able to sort you out.
Wonderful. All right. Do you know we have an
Maybe
insurance
just to build
partner?
a bit
Yes,
on
that.
Hope's point. So we also do work with the nature of the sellers that we work with. So in some instances, we're working with importers and the distributors. So let's say if it's a TV brand, we're working with the importer or the distributor of that brand, and they definitely offer warranty services on these products. And that warranty can be claimed because we have the relationship with the distributor that the customer can come to you in case the item is faulty or maybe has a factory defect. So we do that. And then over and above what we do in the supply chain process is that we do a lot of quality control, right? So when the products are taken to the vendor centers or the products are brought to the warehouse, the team has a checklist. For example, if I was buying, say, this phone and the phone is supposed to be a black phone, so what the team is going to check using the guidelines is that this phone is a black phone. It meets, all the specifications that have been put on the website, and then they will be able to ship it to you, the final consumer. And then the mechanisms in place, of course, if you're not happy with us, you're able to return the product within the 7-day period and claim a refund if your reason is justified.
Another thing that we do, we also encourage customers to take out insurance on those electronics. Most of our items that are tagged on the website come with an insurance component. So in order for you to be safe with your purchase, it's better for you to take out that insurance. That insurance acts as a buffer in cases like this. The insurance runs for a year. Maria can talk about the terms and conditions of that insurance. I think it runs for a year, right?
Yeah,
that insurance. Yes.
Yeah, it runs.
So for me, it acts as a cushion. If you're ordering a high value item from Jumia, we really, really encourage you to take out this insurance.
Kefa, so if the 1 year is done, can I renew my insurance? Because I bought my 78-inch TV, whatever it is, and I really want to ensure that it's protected against whatever might happen.
I mean, this guy's a rich guy, 78 inch.
You need to dream big. You should dream big.
Of course, you can still renew. We have a partner we work with that will be able to insure the product as long as you want it insured. Yes.
Let's talk shopping trends. Last year, we saw people are buying a lot of small appliances, buying these small TVs, 32. But now that has changed, right? People are now buying a lot of large appliances. They're buying washing machines. Maria, what's changing? Why are people doing this?
You tell me, you're the one buying us.
It seems money has come.
Oh, yeah, sure, about that.
That's a very good way to dodge a bullet.
Now they watch football,
You
big
tell me.
screen.
Yeah,
But,
football is always good on the big
yes.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's look at the buying trends. They are really changing.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I think one of the biggest drivers of that is again tied to supply. In the past, you find that is all we could access, right? you buy what you have, what you get is what you get. But now, I mean, markets have opened up. China has actually leveled the playing field, right? A TV that could have cost millions. Right?
It's 78.
78-inch TV.
I don't know if that's an actual size. Some few million. 78.
LG has a TV that is 70, but Anyway, we shall go with that price. It's crazy.
Exactly. So the cost of manufacturing has gone a bit lower. There's more access. I mean, invention as well and innovation is moving pretty fast. I think people are also now switching from buying actual TVs to projectors. I've seen it's a trend now as well. So a projector is really tiny, but you're going to get a larger than life image, right? And then maybe when you look at the pricing versus the TV, it may even be cheaper in some instances. So I think the world has opened up. There's more access now to different markets, different manufacturers of different goods. So there's a lot more to enjoy, and you know, this is why Jumia is very relevant as a platform, because we are able to bring together all these goods for you in one place. All you need to do is choose, you know, what can I afford? Can I afford the 32-inch that's going for 250, or the one that's going for 300? It's really up to you now, you know. But we've leveled the playing field.
Speaking of the world changing, DG, we are now facing a lot of price increase, driven by a lot of stuff going on in the world, the war, the increase of chips and, AI tech holding all the chips. So how is Jumia really positioning itself to still providing the cheapest prices on site, still being relevant and competitive in the market? How do you guys do it? How are we doing it?
Okay, so there are two ways of looking at the problem, right? So one is a global crisis or a global trend, right? So when you talk about the pricing that was available or is available even now, will it remain probably 2 months down the line? The answer is no. And the primary reason is semiconductor industry as an industry is growing. The chips are moving into that industry. And at the same time, those chips are something that cannot be consumed in the current setup, and we provide the cost. Right? So what we are trying to do is, in order to ensure that we continue to supply the best prices in the market, we are trying to secure as much a supply as possible.
Yeah.
And yes, there are some tricks of the trade which I cannot decipher here, because in the interest of the business. Yeah, we have a great team. I think on ground, off ground, on site, off site, everywhere. And when I say team, it is not only the team that works internally with Jumia, but also the kind of partners that we have who are always open to support us with the best of the deals, right? Having said that, I genuinely feel that in another 2-3 months time from now, you will see a massive change from moving to a 32 to a 43 to a 50 inches.
78.
78, yes. I would love to have. I would love to. But surely, because when you compare the price of 32 going forward, maybe 5 months to 4 months down the line, I think you will find it better deal to buy a 43 for yourself. Right? I think that is one part of looking at it. So yeah, so that's how we are looking at it. But can we change anything that is happening globally? Probably no. The moment the prices stabilizes further, which is unlikely, of course, the same deals are going to go out. But having said that, one of the things, because we are live,
We hope things stabilize.
hope things stabilize and at least stabilize in the market so that we can offer the best prices. I think in the interest of all our viewers, right, and people who are on live, I would also want to understand from them that what is it that you genuinely want to buy, but you are not getting on Jumia, right? I think something. It can be anything. It can be stars. It can be moon. It can be anything. But help us, right? Because I think this kind of okay. I think this is great. I mean,
Yeah, that's
so
great.
so our intent is essentially as a team to have every product possible. But if we don't have something, we'll make all possible choices. We'll take those choices and ensure that it is available to you. It can be something that you have just been dreaming of. It is not available in Uganda. Maybe in 3 months down the line, you will have
Tesla.
it in Uganda.
Cybertruck. So,
Yeah, maybe
speaking of that,
I think also a very interesting perspective on that is so the equalizer effect that we have, right? So it's true that we see global prices have definitely gone up because of shortage of chips, and so any device that needs memory, we are definitely going to see the increase in prices. But what platforms like Jumia have been able to do is, compared to the traditional retail model where you had, let's say, the importer or the distributor who then sells the product to the wholesaler or maybe the mini distributor who then eventually sells it to the bigger retailers, who in some instances again would maybe sell it to the final consumer or maybe another middleman in there. So the beauty of the platform like ours is that we are able to source these deals directly from the distributor or directly from the importer of the product. And then we are able to pass on that value or that discount to the final consumer. The other thing is that also our pricing or our commissions are standardized, right? So for example, if you see in the market, let's say on a device, we might be charging, let's say, a commission of say 6%. And yet when you go into the market or the offline market, you'll find that, people don't have standardized commissions. They're more dynamic in their pricing. So those also give us the advantage that despite the fact that we are seeing all these increases in pricing, I mean, when we still compare, the deals that we offer compared to what the market is pushing out there, we can still see that we are quite competitive despite the price increases generally.
Super. So, Kefa,
So,
someone has asked,
Steve,
why,
I have
why
a
don't we have
question.
Jumia in Congo?
I think that goes to Steve, but I would like to encourage them. We're opening up a pickup station.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We have a pickup station in Arua that borders with Congo. So we can capitalize on that. And then in 2 weeks' time, we'll be opening up another pickup station in Pondwe. Mpondwe is next to Kasese and it borders with DRC. Yes. So our viewers who are shopping from Congo, Mpondwe, we shall be with you in 2 weeks. So you can order your items and we'll be able to get them to
I
you.
think someone is also asking about South Sudan.
South Sudan, we are venturing into
Be
the
more
border.
towards the
Yes,
north.
yes,
Yeah.
towards the north.
Yeah.
Elegu, yes. By the end of the year, we are considering that location.
I think
So
to even
we'll
do
be
it
with
justice,
you.
right?
Yes.
Like you've been speaking, so we've also been intentionally expanding our footprint.
Yes.
I think Hope and the team have done a tremendous job. And now almost every corner of this country is covered by Jumia. But more importantly, what we are doing now is to say all these areas where our customers are asking about our services, we are actually intentionally going there. And I mean, you can already see our footprint has grown just from last year into this year. I'll not give the actual number, but where you do not see us, we will definitely be coming, whether it's a very small town but relevant. We are happy to come there and we are continuing to expand our footprint.
Okay. Steve, I have a question. What happened to the chips? Like, how come there's not enough supply of chips?
So that one can also pitch in. So that one is an AI problem. AI is consuming a lot of chips.
It's moving into the semiconductor industry.
So they're
That's why you see we have prices increasing on phones, prices increasing on laptops, televisions.
Anything that needs memory,
Yes.
generally.
so anything that is good definitely
And,
also comes.
and also the fact that a lot of these guys are dependent on a certain country for production.
Yeah.
Now, if respective countries are going to set up their own manufacturing unit over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, then you might see that a respective country is getting that benefit out of it. But here in this context, we have to import everything for now.
Yeah.
And I think it's like who gives us the better supply going forward. But I think still the supply channels are going to be the same as we have right now. Nothing changes for us.
Sorry, I have a question for DG. You said we are importing everything, right?
I mean, not literally.
But I think,
Not literally.
yeah, because I was about to say that we are big supporters of Bubu. You know what Bubu stands for?
Build Uganda, buy Uganda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get 1 million.
So when I went through the comments on TikTok, someone asked what happened to Jumia Global. Actually, so many people asked that. Maria, what happened to Jumia Global?
What's Jumia Global?
What is
Exactly.
Jumia Global?
So what is Jumia Global?
Yeah.
I'm about to ask. But anyway, so I like that. That means that that particular customer has been with us.
Actually, there
Very
were so
long
many
time.
customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many are asking?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. So Jumia Global is still with us. It's just that we did away with the brand name Jumia Global. So now everything you'll find on Jumia that's just it. It's just under Jumia. We still do have a lot of products, like DJ has said, that are shipped in from China. which is what we were calling Jumia Global then. But we still have so many products on the platform that are coming in and shipped from China. You can actually easily identify these products on the platform because they do have a tag. We also have we have a universe called China Mall. If you've been hearing a lot about China Mall, China Mall is where we are collecting all the assortment we get from China, putting it in that one place so the customers can easily find it. So to answer that question, it's still there. We still have products ranging from fashion, computing accessories,
Humble
Personal,
accessories,
personal.
homes, toys.
beauty,
Yes.
toys, appliances.
178 each.
Actually, you should know what we're talking about
Exactly.
today.
Yes.
I was telling Digi that I need to buy a 3D printer.
A 3D
Yeah.
printer.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came to my mind is Steve is printing something that is called the Einstein's equation of E equals to MC squared.
But yeah, I mean, it's still there. We still have very good pricing on those items. You're not going to find that price anywhere, right? If you are tempted to ship those products yourself and bring them into the country, or even buy it offline, not on Jumia, you're going to find that the pricing is much higher than what we are selling them for. So Jumia Global is still with us. I encourage all the shoppers on TikTok, please come to Jumia and shop.
Yeah, and also just on that point of the global business. So the experience was not so great for customers, because you'd have a lead time of up to 15 to 21 days. I'm just waiting for your product. And now, like Maria has rightfully mentioned, we have a huge catalog and a very big assortment of products. So these products that you saw before, we still do have them. But I think also what is more important now is what we've actually been doing, and DJ can speak into that, in terms of acquiring more sellers onto our platform. And that's a very important one. So we see trends, for example, on TikTok, where, you have small sellers or even, normal businesses that are selling their products. I mean, we are digitizing or providing a platform for businesses of this nature. So whether you sell products on, let's say, beauty products on TikTok, you sell fashion products on TikTok, we have provided this platform because our consumers are looking for these products, and we want to work with a lot of these sellers onto our platforms. More importantly, we're even going closer to where these sellers are located. So let's say, for example, you're located in malls, in the downtown area. We are also going closer to them and putting up our vendor centers, our vendor drop-off centers, so that you do not have to sweat it. You come from your shop, drop off the product, and and then we'll ship it to the customer. Yeah.
And I think you talked about enabling businesses. So could you just talk about Jumia delivery as well?
Jumia delivery.
What that is doing for the sellers
Yeah.
that are maybe
Yeah.
selling on TikTok.
Correct. Yeah. So I mean, now that we've built this whole ecosystem and we can traverse the entire country, so what now we are saying is, building from the scratch is very tough. Building distribution, to go from Kampala to Gulu to Arua to Mbara. You're not going to find so many players in this market who can traverse all those routes with one logistics player. So we built on top of our logistics framework today, and now we have the Jumia delivery, and that service applies to small businesses. If you're just sending a parcel, and you want to move again, like I said, imagine that route from Gulu to Arua to Mbara. You'd have to send it to Kampala and then send it, to Mbara, then send it to, so very many routes. But now with Jumia delivery, you can do that. Yes. So smaller businesses, our parcels are always moving, going to all these cities where we've been able to set up, and we can actually support you to move your product so you can have access to a wider market and sell your products outside of Kampala. But Hope can expound. I think she's the master in that.
No, you've actually mentioned everything. We have viewers here saying that the app doesn't work in South Sudan. And also, what is our plan to open up Jumia in South Sudan? Is it something that we are willing to consider in the next, maybe near future?
I think we have to leave that to group.
Yeah.
That is a group discussion because we are
Yes.
in Uganda, so we cannot decide what the group does.
But I must give you some comfort. we are
borders.
coming to
Correct.
Elego.
That's it. That's that for
Yeah.
now we are able
For
to
now, we're
serve.
coming to Elego.
Correct. We're able to serve those border towns, and you'll have access to the products.
Okay, for you, our man with the money. Someone asked me a question that what happens when someone steals my card and shops on Jumia?
Yeah. First of all, I didn't know you can pay by card. Jimmy.
You
You
can pay
can.
by card.
On delivery by mobile money or
Let alone stealing my card.
Okay. In this context, some parents can, they trust their children. They leave their cards there, and
You give your child your card.
no, if I trust my child, for example, I put my wallet there.
Yeah.
Child can come and pull out my
The
card.
wallet is and use it.
I'm just saying because we've had those incidents. So, being reported, in the news that child shopped ABCD on their parents' cards, and you're like, how old is the kid? The kid is 6 years. You're like, this is
I think to answer your
Does it
question,
have to be a child? It can even be your wife.
anyone.
can be anyone.
Can be anyone. Well,
Use of a card.
need not be only the one.
No, it's only the wife.
The wife.
Can be the friend.
It can be the child. It's the wife.
To use a card on Jumia, all you need is the card number and the CV2 and the expiry date. But most banks have a third verifier where you use the OTP. It goes to your mobile number or your email address. It's the responsibility of the card user to ensure that his or her card, has a third verifier or a third authenticator, which most app from the bank offers. So if a third party picks your card from the streets and they try to use it on Jumia, Jumia will send a message to your phone or your email through your bank for you to key in the OTP number. That way, a third party can use it unless they have access to your phone, your phone PIN number, or if you use a thumbprint, whatever. So my advice is, if you have a card, ensure that you have another authenticator you're using. Yes, multiple factor authenticator to help you when you detach from the card, that nobody uses it. Yeah, and our platform accepts cards, MasterCard, Visa card, all cards. Yeah, mobile money, bank transfer, we accept bank transfers. Yeah.
So, my next question is, we see now Jumia Instant on the site. How does it work? We need to explain how does Jumia Instant work? For me, when I need to get something as soon as possible, can it work out?
Yeah. So, our dear viewers, we have recently launched a very, very wonderful service. DG is always pushing me for it. And you can see, if you visit our app, you will see a tile that advertises that. Thanks to Maria. You will see a tile that advertises the service. So how does Jumia Instant Delivery work? Currently, the service is locked to Kampala. If you're in an area within a 20-kilometer radius from our sorting center in Tinda, you will be able to order your items and we'll deliver them in 4 hours. So the feature goes live at 9 a.m. and it goes off every day at 3 p.m. The promise time for Jumia Instant is 4 hours. So you order any item that you want, apart from large TVs. Currently, we're not doing large TVs, but we're doing.
Can't we do 73?
Pardon?
73?
78-inch. I can make an exception. I can make a delivery exception because, and come on, it's 70.
Would you have a personal rider delivering that?
Personal rider,
Okay.
fully fledged. I mean, this is a 78-inch. Yes.
Okay.
So from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., we'll have the service live and we'll have your order delivered within 4 hours. So if you order your item at 3 p.m., we will definitely reach you in 4 hours, just before 7 p.m.
Just a follow-up question on behalf of the viewers.
Yeah.
Do you also have the service live on Sundays?
Yes, we are a business, but we also want to take care of. We don't use robots in Jumia. we use people. So Sundays is a bit tricky. We'll pilot it later. But currently our drivers work from Monday to Saturday. And on Sunday we want them to rest. But if the demand becomes higher for Sunday deliveries, then we'll be able to allocate a portion of our riders to rest on Saturday and activate them for Sunday deliveries.
Great.
I have a very interesting question, Steve. With Jumia Instant, what happens? Why do we bring back Jumia Party?
That's also a very good one.
Yeah.
So some of the categories that we've seen where customers have really sparked a lot of interest, yeah, definitely coming from party after party. So, I mean, previously you'd get this amazing offer on Jumia, and then you'd have to wait for a day for it to come to you. Now, what we generally see, yeah, so what we generally, yeah, so I think what we generally see now is that on Fridays, on the weekends, I mean, the customers are now happy that when they see that flash sale offer, they can get it in 4 hours' time. So we're rebuilding some of these categories. Just to your question, with the kind of offering that we have, because now we can deliver these products, instantly, as the service is called. So whether again you're looking for beverages, whether you're looking for, some grocery products, now you don't really need to worry because you'll get them almost like an on-demand service. Yeah.
By the way, someone has commented that they are ready to work on Sundays even now.
Yeah, actually, they're asking. They want to become a rider.
Riders, yes.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
process.
So if you want to become a rider on Jumia, you can visit our offices. We'll guide you through the process, and then we'll be able to attach you to the current 3PLs that we're working with. And then, yeah, you'll be able to deliver on Sunday.
But we like that spirit. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Let's talk about warranty. I see on the site we're pushing a lot of, vendors offer warranty. So, DG, let's talk about warranty. What does it mean to us as Jumia and to our customers?
Uh,
Warranty is very
okay.
important.
So the context of warranty, I think, is very similar no matter wherever you are. And I think the first thing to that is, are you able to onboard the right set of brands, right? Who can actually give you the warranty promise and can fulfill the warranty promise. I think in plain and simple words, there are certain terms and conditions which are pretty long ones. But in principle, if something goes wrong with it, with your device or with your product, within that period, you can go for your warranty coverage based on the terms and conditions, right? Mostly what we have seen is that it's applicable mostly for electronics.
Yeah.
And if I have to give an example, I mean, we know the prominent brands that sell in Uganda or in on this side of the world, where the brands have their service centers and authorized ones, and any issues with those purchases, they can always move to the respective service centers and ensure that they are being serviced. Now, there can be a question that I'm going to the service center, but I'm not getting enough help. Can Jumia support them? The answer is yes. I mean, if you're not getting adequate support, being a customer, and we can always facilitate those for you. You can always reach out to our customer care number or write to us on our help desk email, and we will ensure that we take the right steps to give you the right set of support. In short, your purchase with Jumia, I mean, we want to give you that peace of mind. So anything and everything that you buy from us has certain bit of coverage and warranties, but also there are products which will not have that. So please do read those disclaimers whenever you're buying anything.
Yeah, and the products are clearly tagged.
Yes, the products are clearly tagged.
I know we can shop using, you go open the Jumia app on your phone or on your PC and you log in and you buy your product. But there are other ways people can actually order, Maria. What are those ways? How can we order if I don't have, if I have my Pesa phone like the president and I want to order for something on Jumia, or I don't want to download the Jumia app? What do I do?
There's no way you have a 78-inch
You know?
and you don't have a smartphone. But
Could be.
anyway, yeah. So the different ways you can order on Jumia include: one, you can go to the app or the website, which is www.jumia.ug. Two, you can reach us through our call center. We have a helpline that works Monday through Saturday, and we are fully available to support with any issues. We have a WhatsApp line. You can also text to order. So these numbers are all up on the platform for those that may be feeling too lazy to order. But for the purposes of those on TikTok, we are going to jot the numbers down. So is there any other one I've forgotten?
JForce.
Ooh.
Order points.
So now I have to explain about JForce. Yes. So for the teams mainly up country, for the customers mainly up country, we understand that there may be some challenges. Like you've mentioned, maybe one does not have a smartphone. Two, maybe one does not have internet or their connectivity is poor, so they're unable to download the app and shop.
I mean, the house stallions.
So, I mean, there you go. But what we do is we've thought about these customers. We actually really want to ease the life of a Ugandan shopper as much as possible. So we thought and said, what can we do, right? And on that front, we've trained a team of agents who we call Jumia Force, or in short, J Force. And what they do is they will walk town by town with catalogs. You know, a catalog is like a two-page document that has a list of our very best offers and our very best deals. So it won't have all of them, but at least you'll get to know that if Jumia is running a campaign like Jumia Anniversary or Black Friday, we've put the best of those offers for those customers in there. They can actually just point to one offer that they want. Then this JForce agent will be able to create an account for them on the Jumia app, place the order for them, and then they will be able to go to a pickup station. You know, a pickup station is like a, a, a space we've set up in these different areas that customers can go to, pick their orders, especially up country, return in case, you know, they're having any issues with products. So it's a touch point where they can access the Jumia service really easily. And the JForce agent can walk them through, guide them to point them to where that pickup station is. And they can enjoy the services of Jumia just like anybody else that has an app.
So Hope, someone asked, why don't we have a pickup station in Bunamwaya? You know Bunamwaya? Deep inside Bunamwaya? And I'm coming with my question. So if we don't have a pickup station in Bunamwaya, can we actually deliver to their doorstep
Where is Ponamwaya?
on Entebbe Road? Between
Sorry. Yes. But you guys can corner me. So yes, our door delivery service stretches from Kampala, Entebbe, Wakiso, and Mokono. So yes, if we do not have a pickup station right now, the customer can opt for door delivery. But I hear you. It was one of our prospected towns in H1. That is maybe Jan to June, but we will consider it in half two.
I think there's also a question. Someone is saying that some pickup stations are so far.
Oh.
Like which one?
They didn't give an example, but they said some pickup stations are located so far from
From
where the customers are. How do we come up with where to put a pickup station?
So there are a lot of checks that we do to set up a pickup station. Of course, we work with our commercial teams to forecast demand from that place. Then we're definitely going to work with our JForce teams. The JForce teams give us this information on whether we should put up a pickup station there or not. So the pickup stations are selected based on demand. So I understand that a customer may be far off from the pickup station that we have set up, but based on the demand in that area, that is the main driver for us to set up a point in that place. So if the customer can be kind enough to mention where they are, I can direct them to a nearby pickup station.
have you ever been to Mulungu, Maria?
Yes.
So me and Steve went to Mulungu.
Where is that?
Somewhere in Munyonyo. Mulungu Mulungu is a very interesting economy for Steve. Steve was like, this place is
It's been
crazy.
interesting for me, man.
So you guys be going in interesting places.
Mulungu speaks to, basically what the Ugandan,
Omuntu wa wansi.
no, actually, it's not Umuntu wa wansi. If you see the cars that park at Mulungu, you'll get shocked.
Are they shoppers?
You'll get shocked. So I'm coming to my question. What is that one thing that is hype right now, in the e-commerce sector that we all know probably, will die out within the next maybe 6 months?
That will die out.
Yeah.
In
Hype.
what sense?
Delivery.
No, we're not talking about Jumia
usage.
Uganda. Really.
Yeah.
The whole e-commerce ecosystem, whether it's in, Africa, whether it's in Europe, whether it's,
Well, I speak for Uganda. I don't speak for Europe. But I think the drone thing is too hyped. But we have to work with what works with our market. Our market right now, especially for Kampala, we've noticed that deliveries are working. Door deliveries are working. And then you see with upcountry, due to that road terrains, the geographical outlook of the country, we are not able to send drivers upcountry. So the best way we can support our customers is set up pickup points in their towns and we also give them like 5 to 7 days to come and pick up their items at their own convenience. So I understand in e-commerce delivery, the drone thing is hyped and it's talked about a lot, but we also have to consider what works locally for our communities.
If I had something,
yes. What do you think? Really, really, really is really hype, but it will never work out. Oh, might die.
no, it will work.
It will work out, but not now.
This is my opinion. AI is being hyped. It will not die out. But it's creating fear in the industry that it will take over jobs. Same thing when Excel was introduced in the 90s. People feared that they will be jobless. Same thing with invention of computers. But one thing I know is that the economies are growing. The decline in one economy or in one sector of the economy means an increase in another sector. People are creative by nature. So decline in certain roles in certain sector creates jobs in other sectors that a demand will always come up. Yeah.
DG, you've worked in the e-commerce sector in India, and now you're in the e-commerce sector in Uganda. You've also seen it in Kenya. What's the difference between the two? What's not working here that would think would and is working the other side, and what would work here if we were to adopt it?
I'll probably keep it in a different way, right? It's not about what is working there and what is not working here. I think most importantly, if I compare it with India, it is the scale, right? You have massive opportunity when you talk about a country like that. And why is e-commerce so successful? And there are a lot of players that do it, right? Currently, it's only Jumia in Uganda. And I think what makes them different is in terms of the scale that they handle. However, when we talk about what can be better here is the kind of affordability options that customers can get when they're buying a product, right? Currently, if you look at how phone sales are really across the country, right? You see that the buy now pay later option is working a lot in the market, right? If I look at the numbers, I mean, probably 170,000 phones get sold in the market, right? And maybe 50% of them are non-cash sales. Now, when you look at an option with Jumia, everyone has to buy the phones in cash, right? The moment, and similarly for TVs, anything that has an element of high value. It would be interesting to see how the financial institutions or fintech companies over the next 1 year or maybe next 6 months to 1 year apply themselves to making shopping affordable for customers here, right? I think that is one of the things that can be a game changer for us. Yes, we are evaluating some certain things. If we are successful enough, I think we'll have a use case for everyone in Uganda. And I think that's one big.
Steve, so the panel has talked about buy now and pay later, which is very big in India. In Uganda, what does that look like? Can we adopt it? Because we see it in town on the offline market, and it's really one of those things that could really work for our customers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's also big, definitely, and we see it a lot in the market in Uganda specifically. That because also of and not just because of the nature of the customers that we serve, but sometimes you're not able to afford a product, but you're interested in taking it on, and facilities like those, of course, fix the affordability gap for consumers. Now, it's a bit different when it comes online because what we see offline is that the customers still have to submit all this information physically, and I mean, they go through a vetting process with the providers of this service. So what we're trying to work on, which will take a bit of time, but we hope that eventually when we have the right partners on board, we shall be able to launch it, is to make it a very smooth transition for the customers, where we have providers who are able to provide, let's say, credit facilities without the customer going through the process of submitting, let's say, national ID, being, called and being asked to first come and show us where you stay, because that will simply not work for an online marketplace like ours. So I know it's more developed, of course, in different markets where they have deeper penetration of their financial services, which is one of the areas that we can just see is beginning to pick, or has been picking up for some time because of intentional effort and from the governments. So eventually, when we have better financial penetration, then these products are very easy to offer. But anyway, we're working on something, and we hope that we'll be able to roll it out soon.
So speaking of, let's talk about competition. What keeps you awake at night regarding the competition in the market right now? It could be e-commerce, it could be offline.
Okay, I was going to tell you my baby does, but well, that would be. But what keeps me up at night? So, look, the opportunity for Jumia or like e-commerce it's very big. It's massive, right? And for us to get to the scale, or for us to be able to serve these markets here, you constantly have to be thinking about how do you improve the experience for our customers, how do we work better with our suppliers, so that they can find relevance in e-commerce. Now, if I'm to just go at it from the angle, of course, demographics, right? We have very young populations. I usually use the example of just a few years ago, you had maybe two, three internet service providers, and they were very concentrated in the urban areas. Today, when I go to my village, I'll not tell you where that is. I'm now competing for service providers. It's not so neat though, but I can see that there's so many service providers. So that means there's penetration there, right? So the infrastructure is coming. Similarly, when you also talk about, say, access just to electricity, right? Or the grid, or even solar products. Now, again, a few years ago, you could see that, yes, there was access, but I mean, there's also been intentional effort by the governments to penetrate, so that people can actually access this. So this also builds demand, by the way, because now the guy who did not need a TV because he just simply did not have the energy to power it, now has access to the energy grid, so he can buy. So it's a big opportunity, just to summarize. And what really does keep me up at night is how do we capture that opportunity in the most effective way, but also more importantly, how do we create a platform and opportunities that our vendors, our suppliers, our customers like to work with us and trust that what we say is exactly what we'll do.
What we do.
But I sleep well.
I have a very funny question. They've been asking it here on TikTok. What happened to Jumia Food, Kefa? People want their food. What happened to Jumia Food?
Yeah, I mean, I can also just take that. So with Jumia Food, so Jumia today as the e-commerce platform has been able to build some capabilities. And capabilities that we talk about, for example, this warehousing facility that you see us at, the kind of relationships that we've been able to build with our suppliers, the logistics network that we built. She talked about the pickup station, so spreading it around the country. Now, that of course has taken years of building, and it is what we would say today is our biggest advantage in this business, that we have innovated for the markets in which we operate, and we have built an infrastructure that cannot easily be replicated by let's say competition today. Now, just to the Jumia food question. So Jumia food, was heavily concentrated within the city, and it was also a very highly operational business, contributing a small percentage to our overall business. So sometimes, of course, as business leaders, and we knew it was a great product because customers loved it. But also sometimes as business leaders, and you have to evaluate the cost versus the benefit. How much of your effort, how much of your time are you putting into a business vis-a-vis the kind of kind of results that you get out of it. So we played our strength, and we are continuing to play our strength. Today, like I said, our strength is in our distribution networks throughout the country, the relationships that we've established with our sellers, the customer bases that we've been serving for a long period of time. That's definitely our strength, and that's what we want to bank on to continue to grow.
And what is that one thing that the African e-commerce has been able to crack that guys from Europe or America have failed to understand about African e-commerce? This is an open-ended question. Anyone can pitch in here. Like, we've really pushed. Jumia has been the exception. Guys have come in and have failed. But what is that one thing that Jumia does right that other guys have failed to crack? Because if it was possible, Amazon would be here by now.
I think I'll just take the first half, and then that's a huge question, by the way.
it is.
But a very interesting thing that I've liked about Jumia is localizing our context and understanding the markets in which we operate. For example, it sounds so simple to talk about logistics, right? But I think Hope knows the pain of building a logistics network, constantly negotiating with with contractors to get the right rates, but even more importantly, building this framework of pickup stations. I find that a very brilliant idea, right? Because we know that very clearly with our demographics, almost 85% of our population, 80, I think, I'm not sure of the number, lives outside of the urban centers. These guys do not have the same access to product like the people in the city. So localizing the context has meant that how do you serve those people where you don't even have an addressing system at the least possible cost as you try to build scale. So I think that for me, localizing it and understanding that when I go to Gulu, I might not be able to go to all the suburbs, because if I start naming them here, you might not finish it. But the customer can come to me, and then more importantly, being able to get product and taking it to them at the same price that our peers or their friends in Kampala accessing our product. I think for me that has been an important one. I'll let the rest go at it.
Let me add on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so just to add on from what Steve has said, Jumia localizing the business to, making it unique to different markets in Africa. Now, I can tell you what Jumia has done. Jumia has made itself predictable and a trusted partner. What are we trying to tell our customers? We're trying to tell our customers that, hey, you have ordered for your item. I'm not going to promise you that I'll deliver it in 2 days. I will promise you that I'll deliver it in 4 days, and I will be there in 4 days. So what Jumia has done, sometimes it's not about speed. It's how reliable you are to the consumers, and trusting that each and every consumer or customer will get the same service just like customers in Kampala. Okay. Maria, would you like to add on?
No, I think you've covered.
Maria, I have a question for you. Someone is asking. Yeah, keep our yes. Then I come back to Maria.
Just to add on what Steve and Papa said, when you look at Africa and matters of development and age, Africa is still young. And when you come from the outside, you think last mile is a logistic problem, where it's not. It's just a trust problem. If you're buying an item in Dubai, ordering from, say, an app in Dubai, you know it will come. Yeah, I know. But most of our customers have trust issues.
Yes.
What is last mile? You said last mile.
It's the last contact between Jumia and the customer.
between the delivery agent
and the customer ways. So Jumia has taken time to build the trust between our last mile and the customer, which has really worked very well to our advantage. Yeah. And that's I think the key success that has made Jumia to come this far.
I mean, and we've taken very interesting initiatives. For example, say pay on delivery. Imagine ordering for a product in Kampala. We deliver it to Bale, and then the customer goes to the pickup station, gets the product, and pays for it on delivery. And this is a product, let's say a product 500,000 shillings, 600,000 shillings. And why we've done that is to build the trust, tell the customer what we said is exactly what we'll do, and the product will come, eventually come to you.
in that same context, Steve. Could you also highlight more about our return policy?
Yeah. Which speaks again into trust. And like we said, we want customers to have the assurance that when you order for a product and the product has not met your specifications, we have the mechanisms in place for you to be able to return. And we do a bit of education on this, but I think it's also nice to reiterate it. For example, I ordered for, let's say, a black phone, and for some reason, the phone that came to me was, I don't know, maroon or whatever color it was. It has not met my specifications, and if I'm not agreeable with that, I have the mechanism to be able to return this product. Or let's say the product was defective. It came and then I tried to, I don't know, power it on and maybe it got damaged somewhere along the way. I have the mechanism to be able to return this product within 7 days. And then what will happen is that you take this product back to the pickup station, depending on where you're located, and then we'll process it, return it, and we should be able to refund your money after we have done our investigations. Because sometimes it's not, I mean, we love the customers and we definitely take care of our customers, but it's worthwhile for us to do the investigation to establish what went wrong so that we do not have this same instance reoccurring. And once we're done with our investigations, our refunds are very fast. Yes, we should be able to refund you on your money.
I have a question here on TikTok Live. This is to DJ and Maria. So, someone is requesting for it's not a question. They are requesting for a campus park. Campuses are going back to university in August, right? So what are we going to do for the campuses?
Sorry, I did not. There was too much of noise. Can you ask the question again?
Campuses are going back to university. Campuses, I mean university students. The new joiners and the old ones who have been there for a year and so on, they're going back to university. So they're asking, is there a park that we're going to do for them?
Like a bundle.
Okay.
Bundle.
Yeah, I think we can do anything, to be very honest. And I don't know what the precedence is in Jumia so far. And I think we are into that season right now. And we are bringing in some exciting deals on laptops, tablets, and close categories to that. And not to forget, even fashion, right? You would need a lot of fashion stuffs for yourself. So yeah, we will definitely consider this as one of the options, and we would be more than happy to have these suggestions and implement it. And we can do that. And I think if there is something that has been successful, we continue to do that. We'll innovate in terms of what the demands are. Our Jumia Force team will also be a part of these activations for sure. Yeah. You'll see a lot of us there with the Jumia tag on, selling to you as well.
All right, this is a trivia question. Quick fire.
I think Maria wanted to go on. So.
Yeah, she had something.
I just wanted
She's
to
being
add.
quiet.
Really? I just wanted to add a bit on the kind of campaigns that we run, right? So when planning the campaigns, we always take into consideration the season. And if the nice person that asked that question normally shops with us, they'll see that we always run a back to school campaign twice in a year. And the entire reasoning behind that campaign is to support the students, is to support the parents. So what we do is we will source for the best pricing on any item that is needed by a student. Be it, I think DJ has already mentioned everything. And I think one of the trends we have right now is on tablets. So you see a lot of students, even in secondary school, you're required to come to school with either a laptop or a tablet.
Oh.
And yes, you'll soon find out. Yeah, and what we've done is that we're making sure that we have sourced different brands, brands that are affordable for everyone. So yes, on the campus park, we will be having a back to school campaign. Please come through and you'll find lots of good offers as you go back to school.
I have a quick fire question. I think everyone will give me, an answer. What is the most ordered item, single most ordered item on Jumia? That would surprise you most.
That would surprise the most.
That will surprise the most.
I think we should exclude the commercial team that is always running the data,
You'll be shocked.
and we go to finance.
Careful. Go fast.
I think you said it. That's 2-inch TV.
7, 8.
Huh? That's 2-inch TV. Mm.
I think if I was to guess, I'm guessing, I don't know. I think it's toilet paper.
Oh.
Are we guessing by category or?
Your wish. I mean, it's just a trivial one.
I think it's a men's boxers.
Really?
Yes. Just run the numbers. I think it's a men's boxer.
Why would men be buying so many boxers? I don't know.
Man,
Because they're being boxed every single day.
the boxers that
So
we
they
ship-
feel it. Come on.
No, but I think yes, it's true. We have
Yeah.
very affordable boxers.
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
Yeah, we are building in a lot of them.
The boxers that we ship are quite many. I don't know. Steve, tell me, what are you guys using the most?
I have no.
No, I mean, it's a wild guess. Steve. You need to do a wild guess. I mean, it's a good question.
I really have no clue what the guys are doing with the boxers, but she said they should exclude us, so we'll be fair to the
we
customers.
have a winner. What did you
No, it's just open-ended. But Steve, no. What do you think is? It's random, really, because
The most ordered, surprisingly. Surprisingly.
Toilet paper is close.
Okay, for surprisingly. Not
Oh my God.
I mean, people household items. So the cutlery, the crockery. I mean, the plates and the cups. That people really love those. I think the pricing on those is interesting. I don't know if it's surprisingly, but it comes close. They really do buy them. Yeah.
what do you
Quality.
think is the most?
I'm going to give a weird answer.
Not a 3D printer.
No. Mosquito nets.
It's not weird, actually.
I think I'll go with pillows.
Pillows.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, it felt like home category for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll be shocked. Even biscuits.
Someone is asking for us to bring
Female
cute
boxers
female boxers.
All right.
and tote handbags.
And tote handbag.
Nice.
Small, small, cute
Okay.
handbags.
The
Yes.
cute small handbag.
I mean, I really need to learn these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tote handbags are the simplest thing in the world.
Okay.
It's just a handle and a bag. That's
it.
tote.
Yeah, those were small, small, cute handbags. Yes.
I mean, you call it cute or no, but a Prada would cost you a lot more.
So
Yeah, sorry, you have some questions?
Yes. So I've been seeing some comments. I think Rain had. We need to tackle this.
yes,
A lot of comments on people that have received fake phones and fake tablets. Someone is saying they'll never forgive us and they'll never shop with us again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is there a solution that we have for a situation when someone receives a product they believe is fake,
Yeah.
and it could be actually fake? So,
Yeah.
what causes that? Why do we have fake products on the platform?
Yeah.
It's a common question. Yeah.
Okay.
And what
have
are
a
we
lot-
doing to those vendors
Yeah.
that's on board?
Reinhard, I think you can answer.
as from a commercial perspective. So if you buy an item that looks fake, you have to return it, right? We give you 7 days to return it. Right? Then if you buy, let's say it's a phone, a tablet, or a piece, and it fails, right? We give you warranty on these items you've bought. You find someone has ordered a phone, maybe it's a Samsung phone, but this same phone has maybe 24-month warranty. So in those 24 months, you can take it back to Samsung and it's repaired, right? We are a marketplace. We attract so many vendors who self-sign up, right? But we do QC. We have a team that does QC on the site. Whatever you're selling, and if it's fake, we switch you off and we penalize you. So these are some of the ways we handle this issue. But if you we bought a tablet and you think it's fake, please contact us. We can always talk to the person who sold you that tablet because they have the order numbers. And we will, the person can actually repair it for you. And if you have an issue, they can even also replace where it's applicable.
How does someone return? If the rider has come to my home to deliver that product, how do I return it to Jumia
So you
if I find a problem with it?
so in we have pickup station. You can deliver it there, right?
I'm talking about when they've delivered, yeah?
If the time has lapsed, let's say 7 days have elapsed, you get in touch with our CS team and they create a return process for you. So you'll deliver to the pickup station, it will be dropped back at Jumia. And if the fault, we have a QC team that will inspect the product. If the fault is yours, then we will tell you of our findings. If it's a fault is for the seller we have on the site, then we shall return the item to them and we shall inform them this is where the problem is.
Do you refund me?
Definitely we will refund you.
Okay.
I think let's keep it very clear and transparent. If you receive a fake product, right, and these are with brands, known brands, please report it immediately and all the necessary action will be taken. And we have taken such past actions on sellers as well, and who are not allowed to sell on Jumia anymore, right? For any instance that has occurred, for some challenges around, we ensure that we take all corrective actions to correct that. And most importantly, please inform to us immediately. If it's fake, it will be in your favor. I think let's just put it that way.
Maybe just to remind our customers, our return policy is 7 days. So we encourage you to utilize the 7 days and return this item. Do not wait after 7 days and then when you're not happy with the product, then 7 days elapse and then you reach out to us. It becomes a little bit difficult after we have informed the seller that this was a successful transaction, and then you start to return the item after 7 days. So utilize the 7 days, use the item, utilize the 7 days. In case you have any issues, please make sure that you get back to us within those 7 days. Then we'll be able to take corrective actions on our side.
Yeah. Maybe again, because the issues seem to be very many.
There are many.
So what I found is a very important thing to share with our customers is how to navigate the website. So we have lots of labels. I think that accompany products when you come to the platform. And one of those labels you will see is a label that says official store. Okay. Now, these official stores represent a store that is run by an official distributor of that product in the country. Now, why do we want to point them out for you? We want to point them out for you simply because we can sort of guarantee the experience that you will get once you buy a product from that store. As opposed to, buying generic items on the site. The team here from commercial mentioned that we are a marketplace. So we are listing thousands of products. And there are people running who have shops on Jumia, but they're operating, from home. Someone shipped their products and they're trying to sell them. So the most we will do is we will QC these products for you to guarantee that they meet the expectation and the standard. And as the team has said, if there's an issue with the product, you have the right to return it within 7 days, and we will assess the situation and work on you accordingly. Now, in the comments, I think there are people that are saying that what happens if the product stops working after 3 months? Yes. If it's 3 months, that means you're way past the return window, then warranty will kick in, which is why we are encouraging you to really look at the product, read the reviews, what are other customers that have bought this product saying about it. How many stars does it have? We are trying so hard to put in place markers for you to identify on the site what would be a really good product for you to buy to mitigate issues of fake products. Then I think
I wanted to add on this point
Yes.
of yours, right?
Yes.
So for our viewers, people who are live, and also someone for all your friends and customers, right? One thing that I wanted to clarify is Jumia doesn't manufacture these products, right? These come from brands, and these brands are licensed to work in a certain country under certain person, like as you mentioned, official store. We provide convenience to you by bringing these products close to your home at an affordable price. So that's what Jumia does for you. So, and that is why it is very, very important for you to understand that what kind of benefit does Jumia bring for you, and most importantly, align your purchase with the return and the warranty policy. And Jumia will always be there to kind of facilitate you if you are in any kind of trouble, so that we can assure that you are satisfied with your purchase and you are also satisfied with the way your experience has been managed by us. I think that's something that I wanted to add on.
Right, as we close, um,
Rain had one more question that has really popped up. I think let's just give it 2 minutes. People are asking if I'm in the UAE, can I order a product for someone through Jumia that is in Uganda to be delivered to them? And how can they do that?
That's a nice one.
Because,
Someone in UAE, right?
yeah, someone outside the country wants to use the platform to order products for people at home.
I think that's when our WhatsApp ordering platform comes in.
No, I mean, it's
You
very.
can just go to the website. Yes.
I think everyone's excited about this
Yeah.
question. Must be a good one. No, yeah, I mean,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah.
Just go to the website and order.
You can actually be able to order and put in, for example, a pickup station and order on behalf, by the way, of someone you want to go to receive this product. So yes, it's not limited to you being in Uganda. If you're not in Uganda today and you want to order for your friend, your wife, your children, you can be able to do that. So
How
it's
do
not
they
limited.
pay? How do they pay?
Yeah, so yeah, you can use card. So you have the opportunity to use card.
So
if you still have your mobile money. You
I can actually tell because I have used my non-Ugandan card for a
Correct.
transaction.
Correct.
So if you have international transactions opened up for your card,
That's it.
it's pretty easy because it is managed by a payment gateway that supports that.
Correct. So as long as Visa and Mastercard, definitely,
Yeah.
Union Pay or whichever, you still have
One more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's also a question. People that ordered with us way back when Jumia had just started and had a terrible experience, and are saying it was their very first experience and it wasn't a good one, so they are not coming back. What do you have to say to such customers and shoppers?
Okay. I think I also want to partly address what you were talking about, the returns. You're right that today we list hundreds or thousands of products on the platform, and we've taken a lot of measures, and sometimes we might come up short. I think we also need to be very honest about that. So sometimes we might come up short, but what we can say is what are we doing going forward to improve the experience of our consumers? So I mean, Hope alluded to a few of these things on what we do with our quality control processes. We're always strengthening our systems, right? For example, when I take my product as a seller to the vendor drop-off center, we have the guidelines that we are telling the teams, you need to look out for this because at the end of the day, the customer needs to receive what they ordered for. Do we have a few mishaps sometimes? Yes, we do, but we constantly improve. And this kind of feedback is what helps us to know that we have a problem here and we need to plug that gap in there, right? The other thing as well is also we're very clear with our sellers that you want to have a successful delivery. So if the customer orders for, again, the example of a black phone, you should be able to bring a black phone to us so that we deliver the exact same product. If you advertise the product as 256 GB, you should bring this is simple integrity. But if we see that you've done this multiple times, then we have a mechanism in place to charge you, to put a penalty, and it's punitive, saying you are playing with our reputation. But more importantly, you're disappointing the customer. So we've put that in place. So our experience is constantly improving. Hope talked about the 5 to 7 days. You'll notice that in some bigger periods, we're actually even able to reduce the time that it takes for us to reach some of these locations. And that's partly why we've been doing a lot of this expansion, so that we come to you faster. We bring your goods to you faster and in good shape. But I think my key takeaway here is that we are definitely improving our systems and mechanisms to make sure that our customers are served and they get exactly what they signed up for. and we'll continue to do better. I think we are happy to do more of these and educate. And where you have challenges, you should be able to reach out to us and let us know.
As you summarize,
Can I add something?
I also have something to say.
A pickup station for our customers
Yeah.
that still have trust issues. We have a pickup station at the warehouse, so you can order your item and push it through to our pickup station at the warehouse. You meet various teams that can be able to, to give you that comfort that Jumia is legit. We're doing our best to make sure that we support you. So if you feel like you cannot pick up your product or you still have maybe a bit of trust issues, order your item, send it to our pickup station here. We'll be able to interact with you and, give you a seamless experience on the platform.
I think you asked that question. What do we have to say to our customers who had a very bad experience at the start?
Yeah.
Steve explained the process. My only humble request, please come back. We won't disappoint you.
Give us a chance.
So as you summarize, someone is asking, we need an HR on this call. How do I apply for a job in Jumia?
Careers.jumia.
I'll take it.
All right, HR.
I mean,
let's go.
So, Jumia is employing a lot of different talents. There's so many jobs within Jumia. In the warehouse where we are, those are people that can work in the logistics team. We have departments like commercial that will go, bring vendors onto the platform, negotiate for offers, marketing, riders, J-Force. I mean, the opportunities are too many. You just need to really know that this is what I want to do. We have a website where you can go and look at the open roles that we have in case you want to work in that direction. As a rider, you could come through to the warehouse. We are located in Tinda on Stretcher Road in Tinda Industrial Area, Factory Close.
As to summarize, I have all these guys are department heads. So how does it feel, running your department? If it was a movie, if your department was a movie, would it be a comedy? Would it be a horror? Would it be?
I like this question.
So,
Good
DG,
part of this question, yeah. So great to know.
DG, we go.
For me, it's an action movie.
It's an action movie. Kefa.
A thriller,
A thriller.
always at the edge.
Oh, you're going to keep us at the edge. No wonder. Maria.
Comedy. No, I'd go for action adventure.
Hope.
I'd go for action comedy. I mean, you just have to find the humor in chaos. Every day is chaos, but if you take things personal, I mean, it's up to you. But if you work with humor, you get a lot done.
Steve, to summarize this, because you see the comedy, you see the action, the thriller.
I hope he doesn't say. I hope it doesn't say that it's a documentary.
Oh my God.
Suspense. Wow, Steve.
It's a summary of everything.
No. So it's a documentary then.
But I think it's a great organization to work in.
Yes, so dynamic.
Yeah, I hope this gives you a bit of a glimpse into the organization. It can be very fast-paced, and fast-paced can have its own pressures. But I think generally it's a great environment to work in. So I enjoy it. So it's a fun movie too.
It's a fun movie. All right, guys. As we close, I had Steve today here. I had DG, the commercial manager, Kefa, the man of the money, Maria,
Someone just called me HR.
the comedian.
So I said HR, the sound was off. Please explain again.
Maria is not HR, so we need to have HR here next time maybe.
Yes.
And also Hope in charge of logistics. We've been here for 14 years and we're still here. Our Black Friday is loading. We are still coming up with amazing offers. Go to Jumia, check out the phones, check out the home category.
78-inch.
The 7-8-inch TVs. Check out even those one jobs. Please check
The phone holders.
Fashion.
The phone holders,
yes.
please. This
Fashion,
will happen.
right?
Fashion,
Accessories,
yes.
fashion.
The mics.
the mics.
Mic.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mic.
The guys who are saying Global is not there anymore. Global is now called China Mall. Please check it out. And for those guys who say they want to work with Jumia, please always check our official website. We always advertise there, and the jobs are always posted there. And I would like to say thank you for having us. And Mukama Kume.
Yeah.
Adios.
Adios.
Thank you.